Hi everyone, Peter and Grady here from the Purple House. Sorry, something has happened.
Hello there. We're back.
We're back again, but Peter, you're in the dark. So we seem to be struggling with our IT a little bit tonight, maybe. But we have an important message, so hopefully you can tune in from wherever you are, because Peter and I want to focus on hormones. So Peter, just shine the light on yourself a little bit. Because hormones can really disrupt your life and your relationships, especially, and it's really hard. So everyone, of course, has heard of the dreaded menopause, but menopause doesn't have to be as traumatic as you hear, because there are lots of ways that you can ease through menopause, feel vibrantly healthy. In fact, it can be the best time of your life afterwards. So
plus, if you really think about it, if in good health, that's a natural progression for women.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be any problems with it.
And if you do have problems, we have answers. So of course, in today's world, our hormones get a really rough ride, because there's so many hormone disruptors in our environment, in our water, in our food, in our body care products, but I'll just put this in a nutshell first. The very first thing you need to do, if you feel that your hormones are out of whack, is to drink more water with extra salt, like extra pink salt.
We actually recommend Himalayan Salt because of it's mined from an old seabed put down millions of years ago, and today's sea salt would be just the same, except it's probably got a lot of pollutants in.
Yeah.
Could have a lot of microplastics, and plastics are hormone disruptors.
Yeah, and the sea, while we talk about sea, a lot of sea animals are becoming gender neutral, so they're losing their polarity and their reproductive systems.
Yeah, even polar bears up in the Arctic region, they are becoming asexual type.
So they can't reproduce anymore, and that's because of all the toxins in ours, even you can drill down.
And in their food chains.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like everything is out against us to really destroy our hormonal system. But there are simple ways and things you can do to support it. And Peter had a client recently, and she said, "I wish I'd come to the Purple House years ago." And I also want to tell you some funny stories. We had a couple of guys come in over the years, and they make jokes about their wives' menopause. They start blaming everything on their wives' hormones rather than taking a good hard look at themselves, where are they accountable? And so a couple of times these guys would come in and they said, menopause, it's like putting your man on pause, all right? And they thought it was really funny, but actually... And Peter's definitely not allowed to say anything like that ever. Those guys ended up sleeping in the spare bedroom, and then they actually ended up getting a divorce. So the whole point is, men and women, that we need to be supportive of each other, because guys can suffer from hormonal disruptions just as much as women.
They often say men go through menopause as well.
Yeah. So, a key thing that you need to look at is, of course, hydrate your body more. That's absolutely key. And then, secondly, have more salt.
Your minerals and trace minerals.
That's right. Yeah. And then stay away from bad oils, because bad oils are a key factor in creating hot flushes and disrupting your hormones. And bad oils are pretty much all the vegetable oils that you see in the supermarket. In see-through clear plastic bottles, you absolutely have to avoid them.
We had a client one time, she was having a real lot of trouble with hot flushes, and she just started taking Maca powder, which is a root powder from South America, known for its...
stamina.
And her hot flushes disappeared, but... she had gone into menopause, and the body started she started having her periods again. So
actually her periods had already stopped,
Yeah,
hadn't they? But
yeah.
she had hot flushes.
So it's just hormones out of whack. She got her hormones back in balance, and she started getting her periods back again. So she actually
Didn't like that.
preferred the hot flushes, so she went off the Maca powder. But
Yeah.
hey,
But I had a client, the same thing happened to her. So she had actually she'd gone into early menopause, very early, like early 40s or late 30s. And now she was in her late 50s. And so I gave her a treatment, which also balances her hormones. So Pete and I both give you a treatment that will immediately balance your hormones. So you feel a lot better straight away. And then you can support it with proper food and supplements that we tell you. We give you specific directions. So this lady as well, she started to get her periods again, even though she hadn't had any periods for 20 years. And I suggested that she just gently continued with the proper regime, because her body had prematurely finished the process. It was all premature, and now the body was returning for proper healing. And if you don't allow that proper healing to happen, something else might happen in your body, right? There is a disruption or a disturbance that it was now correcting itself. So I'm always so excited and impressed when our bodies start to behave, start to show us signs of recovery, and it's getting its act together. And it might seem untimely at the time or inconvenient. Actually, that's more the word. We think it's inconvenient, so we better squash it again with a pill or something else. But you actually pay for that in the long run, because this energy of disruption and discord and disharmony in your body systems has to go somewhere, and then it can come out with a chronic disease that's going to be very terrible a lot of the time.
the liver is also extremely important with hormonal control, because that's the organ that breaks them down. So if they continue floating around in your system too long, you're totally out of balance. So the liver is the thing that we need to keep healthy, and it filters blood, so it filters thin blood a lot easier than thick blood. So again, hydration is
key.
And also to stop storing excess sugars in the form of fat in the liver so it can do its job properly. So start getting most of your energy out of fats rather than sugars.
Yeah, we say that every week.
It's a key though, it's a key.
Yeah, avoid sugars.
Yeah.
Because not only that, and carbohydrates is sugars as well.
High starch carbs turn to a lot of sugar.
So sugars will use up your minerals, and what are minerals used for? To balance your hormones. So like sugars are actually more addictive than speed. So that's why we really struggle to give up on our sugars. But if you have any hormonal disruptions, you absolutely have to lower your sugar intake, and definitely don't have more than 4 teaspoons a day, and that includes your...
That's throughout the day, not all at once.
That includes everything. So like for instance, a banana is already worth 9 teaspoons a day. So here goes your banana, you can't have it. It's as simple as that.
A slice of bread, 6 teaspoonfuls from the flour.
So don't have your slice of bread, so there goes your bread, and so on.
Grains.
Yeah. So just stick to foods that are very, very highly nutritious, like the Purple House smoothie. I can include the recipe again, or fat balls, like chocolate fat balls. I have a good recipe. I used to have this book actually, and I have it still in the clinic. You can come and collect one if you like. These are free handout. So that's like, are your hormones like a runaway train? And that's got the recipe of the smoothie and horny goji balls. Because horny goji balls, they made with almond flour, chia seeds, some dates, maca powder, cacao, and raw ingredients, and lots of coconut oil. And that's just a delicious snack, or it's like a ball, it's like a meal in itself that will restore your hormones, or at least help your body to restore hormones.
Yep, natural body products, makeup and whatever, because how much does the normal woman's liver have to cope with in a year? It's massive amounts of...
Peter's talking about like makeup and skincare products. Yeah, I think it's something like 3 kilos of toxins a year that we put in our skin that the liver actually has to eliminate in the toilet, and it doesn't always happen, so the cats build up as well. So yeah, use natural non-toxic skincare products. That's what Peter, and mineral makeup, right? So something that's not toxic.
And if you have trouble sleeping, we need to be able to sleep well. Melatonin is the hormone to help us sleep, and we need to be pitch black when to produce melatonin, but also getting ourselves into the relaxed state, so we get out of that flight and fright side of the automatic nervous system. So magnesium, magnesium is so important. Very important.
Yeah, so we talking about hormonal disruptions. There are many women who suffer from period pain, and it really breaks my heart. Like sometimes women have period pain for decades, like maybe a week out of every 3 weeks that they're in agony, which is just terrible. And if that's you, please don't suffer. Please come and get a series of treatments from us, because all that can be corrected. But for now, right now, definitely start on magnesium. And that will reduce your period pain. Keep the lower part of your body warm, like always make sure your feet are warm, have hot baths. And of course, other things that we are not really allowed to talk about at the moment, but are some really important ingredients. And I've had women, or Peter and I, we've both had women, like who suffered from migraines and vomiting and shocking period pain every month. Sometimes they only needed one treatment and their whole life was turned around. So don't suffer needlessly, right? Because there's so much, we have so many tools and techniques and treatments and supplements and little tweaks that we can do that will just bring you relief instantly, like instant relief. You'll feel different the way you came into the way you leave to when you come in, and it lasts too. Now children can also already have like hormonal disruption, so that's the same thing. Bring your child to us as well. Even ADHD, it's all to do with a hormonal the housekeeping. It's not happening properly. And with hormones, there's such a finely balanced system that even a tiniest, minutest drop of hormones in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you're just completely off the scale. So it's important that you get it right. Otherwise, your body is just always struggling to get back on track. And of course, hormones depend on your good gut bacteria. So here we go again.
Yeah, 90% of our own happy hormones are produced by the good intestinal bacteria. So it's really important to be replacing those, even if you're healthy. You need to be replacing them every day.
Mm-hmm. So this is 1 billionth of something or other. So anyway, 1 billionth of the active component in this. So this is like a spore probiotic that Pete and I have been using now for a few months, for half a year, which is awesome. It's like new generation probiotics, because it's not digested by your stomach, so it lands in the intestine where it needs to be, and you can even take it when you're on antibiotics.
Yeah, it withstands antibiotics as well. So,
and people feel different straight away, like within 1 or 2 days. We've had people ring up and say, I feel so much different. Now, of course, the pill, like the contraceptive pill, we, of course, don't really like the pill that much. Because quite often when I connect with women, with their bodies, I feel that their body is like under stress 24/7, because they're trying to reject the pill, because the body wants to do it itself. Your body wants to live your life on your terms, right? Not being under a blanket, like put to sleep by the contraceptive pill.
Plus, the contraceptive pill, it constricts the ovarian duct to prevent the ovum coming up to be fertilised, but it doesn't realise that that's the only little duct in the body that it has to work on. So it works on every little duct. So it constricts the biliary ducts, the ducts in the liver. So it's preventing your body getting rid of the waste.
Yeah, and
that builds up in the body, and it creates havoc.
And that's not the only thing. The pill. Oh yeah, I'm getting distracted. I've got so many ideas. But the pill, if you're on the pill and you're looking for a partner or a soulmate, this sounds funny, doesn't it? But while you're on the pill, you're going to be attracted to the wrong partner, because the pheromones, like you'll be attracted apparently to somebody who is like your brother or sister. Because that's what the pill will do to you, whereas Mother Nature has designed for us to be attracted to somebody that's completely different to our own DNA, like a complete opposite.
That's why I went to the other side of the world.
Well, and actually it sounds funny, but it's true. So while you're on the pill, your whole system is confused. If you're dating, don't date while you're taking a contraceptive pill. Do something natural, or use condoms, of course, or if you've it's just so disruptive on so many levels. And a lot of women are actually allergic to the pill and they don't know it, but it will show up as headaches, depression, anxiety, and just not feeling happy, not feeling themselves. And sometimes you've been on the pill for like 5 years or 10 years, so you actually don't know the difference and you don't know that that's really the issue. So I recommend that you use something different for contraceptive means. There are better, more intelligent products on the market, and give your body a chance to completely reset itself and to be completely intelligent in everything. So show your body some respect. So what else do we...
And if you've finished having your family and you're in a stable relationship, send your fella off for a snip.
That's what I did. No, actually, I didn't.
Because
Peter did it himself.
Because you women have all done the hard yards with bearing children,
Yeah.
so your partner can at least go and do that for you.
Mm-hmm. And it is a really big relief, actually.
Being on the pill isn't...
No, it's bad. And also having your ovaries, whatever, cut is also really, really tough on the woman and can lead to a lot of complications. And I know a lot of men who've had a vasectomy and they're totally fine, and it's just such a relief to have that out of the way, not to have to worry about the risk of falling pregnant and or always having to use condoms or something else. But there are also really smart machines now, I forget the name, I have to Google it, that can monitor your cycle as a woman, and it tells you exactly when you're ovulating and when not to have sex. And so you can Google it yourself, probably. They are so effective as well, and very natural. So so if you suffer from anxiety, depression, hot flushes, low libido, and that's not just women who have low libido, because there are many guys who cut off from their sexuality, right? And they need just as much help as women and compassion. So as partners, have compassion and patience for each other.
And I often tell fellas who they come with low libido, and I say to them, well, you know that rocks are made up of minerals and trace minerals, and they're pretty hard, so that's why we need minerals and trace minerals.
Yeah. I hope they get that. Do you get that or not? Do I have to explain it a bit more? Yeah. So if that's the case, well, everyone benefits from more salt anyway, and a lot of the time people have indigestion, so they take Nexium or they take antacids, and then they don't digest their food anymore, and then
they're a real problem with
this ends up in low libido, right?
Libido.
So there goes your sex life down the gurgler. So
antidepressants the same.
Yeah, so so many angles that you can look at it. And also to restore your hormones, it can be done. Everyone is different, so everyone, unless you have a fair idea what's going on with you, please do come and see Pete and me for a session, a diagnostic session or something like that, and have your life transformed, your relationship transformed, have some fresh energy flowing into your body, and a change can happen really, really quickly. In the meantime, take your supplements, especially good gut bacteria, have a tablespoon of sauerkraut, that sort of thing, or fermented foods are really, really important. Everything helps.
Get your liver working properly.
That's right. Yep. So Pete and I'll finish off by saying I take about 4 of these every night. That's like the probiotics. Really helps me. We always take beet flow. We've been taking that now for a decade already. So our liver should be pretty healthy.
Beet flow, enzymes, magnesium, probiotics.
If you suffer from anxiety, depression, or not sleeping, this is a really, really good one. It's full of enzymes. I love this product, and also really good for your liver. We have things for kids here as well. So just come and we have some other trade secrets that we can't really talk about on Facebook Live. So just come and see us on Wednesdays or Thursdays every week. We are open here from 9 to 5 at our residence, which is right next to the fourth primary school. And sing out if you need anything before then, or put a comment in the comment box. Is there anything else we need to say?
If we don't see you, we probably will see you before Christmas, but...
Oh yeah, we will.
Yeah.
And also to just finish off, all the disinfectants, I've already said this before, the hand wash sanitizers also kill your hormones, because they kill your good gut bacteria, and here go your hormones down the gurgler. So you need to really look after your own immune system and be wise. And then of course there are things like sunscreens that we're going into the summer now. They are also really, really toxic. So, and shampoos, just make sure you have natural care that you put on the outside of your body, because everything soaks in through the skin within seconds. It's in the bloodstream. So that's just a final note of caution. Make intelligent choices, and your body will look after you for many, many years to come. Okay, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I can't really read your comments sideways, but thanks for contributing. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, just send us a message. And in the meantime, we hope that you have a really, really good week. Don't get too busy before Christmas. Just take one day at a time. Enjoy every day as it comes. Thank you so much. Big love, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.